all through the night. Promise to see
Yahshua.
in the morning light. Take my hand, it'll be alright. Come on, save your soul tonight. Thunder, all through the night. Promise to see
Yahshua.
in the morning light. Take my hand, it'll be alright. Come on, save your soul tonight.
A frog is a cold-blooded animal, and humans are warm-blooded, so our body burns energy or perspires to maintain the same 98.6 degrees. The cold-blooded frog's body temperature goes up and down with the temperature of its surroundings.
If a frog jumps into a pot of boiling water, it jumps right out again because it senses the danger. But the very same frog, if it jumps into a pot of lukewarm water that is slowly brought to a boil, will just sit there and it won't move. It'll just sit there even as the temperature continues to go up and up. It'll stay there until
In climate news, NASA's reporting last month was the warmest September on record. 11 of the past 12 months have now broken records. Scientists say 2016 is almost certain to be the warmest year ever, breaking last year's record. This comes as it still feels like summer throughout much of the East Coast and Midwest, with record-breaking temperatures expected today in dozens of cities. In Dodge City, Kansas, the temperature reached 101 degrees Fahrenheit Monday.
Floating in the water along Hingham Harbor as far as the eye could see.
I started noticing all these dead fish, and I've lived here 15 years and I've never seen that. And I look around and I notice there are thousands of dead fish.
4 fish kills reported this week in the Bay State.
It's so dry here that the horses are all but hidden in clouds of dust. But this year was different. Rain has returned across big areas of the states of Queensland and New South Wales. In some places, this June was the wettest since the late 1800s.
NOAA scientist, they're young, 36 or so year old scientist, and he made this statement. Just wait till you start seeing these hurricanes forming over land. Whoa, hurricanes don't form. But we've since seen at least one hurricane over Oklahoma. It was about a year ago.
Rare tropical storms surprised millions in the southeastern United States. Tropical Storm Julia unexpectedly formed last night just off the Florida coast. It pounded areas around Jacksonville with heavy rain and winds. Some areas, in fact, could see up to a half a foot of rain.
It is rare for a tropical storm to form over land. The National Hurricane Center says it's never happened over the state of Florida until now. Tropical Storm Julia.
State of South Australia is tonight without power after a devastating and severe storm front.
Experts are calling this a cyclone-strength weather system. This is extraordinary and unprecedented.
terror, for the day of the Lord has arrived. The time for the Almighty to destroy. Every arm is paralyzed with fear. Every heart melts, and people are terrified. Pangs of anguish grip them like those of a woman in labor. They look helplessly at one another. Their faces are slain with fear. For see, the day of the Lord is coming. The terrible day of his fury and fierce anger. The land will be made desolate, and all the sinners destroyed with it.
I watched as the Lamb opened the first of the 7 seals. Then I heard one of the 4 living creatures say in a voice like thunder,
Come and see!
Then everyone, the kings of the earth, the rulers, the generals, the wealthy, the powerful, and every slave and free person, all hid themselves in the caves and among the rocks of the mountains. And they cried to the mountains and the rocks,
Fall on us and hide us from the face of him who sits on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of their wrath has come, and who can withstand it? Everything they built will fall, and from the ashes of their world, we'll build a better one. Goddamn America! Goddamn America! Goddamn America!
I saw the end of the world. I could feel all this death.
And one of the interesting things to contemplate here is the ancient cultures, as we read, the ancient pagan cultures, were terrified of the planet Mars. Why were these ancient cultures, who had less, sophistication than we have, less interest in space, and we think of massive.
Why were they obsessed by it?
They were obsessed. They, in fact, really terrified. They had priesthoods. They had whole rites that were organized. And one of the reasons we discover is apparently there's evidence that the planet Mars interfered in their lives on a periodic basis, so much so as to destroy cities and so forth.
I cannot tell you who I am, or how I was able to obtain the photos. All I can say for now is that these photos are very real. These objects are heading towards us, and they will become visible to every human on Earth within the next couple of years. This is a matter of national security, and the governments of the world are trying their best to prevent global panic. They are also trying their best on how to deal with this unavoidable event.
Yahshua.
In the morning light, take my hand.